December 15th. Really a huge sell off in the NASDAQ. And I just want to uh, take this opportunity to explain a few things. I really was not planning on trading the rest of this year. As you can see, this is the MNQ, and I never trade MNQ. But I guess this was my compromise with myself in that because I saw an opportunity and I figured a lot of you did not take NASDAQ trades today because by the time US opened, price was already well below. So I should first show this, I guess. There was a buy at 963 and a sell at 841. So this sell at 841 triggered very early in the morning, and obviously by the time it was 9:30, price was way under, and so a lot of you did not take Nasdaq trades, which is okay. But I just wanted to explain a few things. Not that I expected anyone to be able to do this, but um, in NinjaTrader 7, yes, I'm still on 7 because I hate changing things. But NinjaTrader 7, you know that the white background on the chart trader is a live account, and a sim is so this is a sim, and sim is in gray. So I just want to explain how I got here. Trading micros. So um, I traded 12 micros upon a break at 841. And I got that break with the BWT Precision Auto Trader. This was the initial break. I, I trust the software, I trust my computer, and I trust the internet connection. So um, I first got into that trade. Once I got into the trade, so earlier in the week on Monday, I gave you these price completion areas. So I mentioned before that when price triggers um, on a short side, then you look underneath to see where is the price completion. If it triggers on the long side, you look to see where is the price completion above. In this case, triggered 841, so where can I expect the price to go? 804. Now, I always fade prices. You must fade them. The 804 is the exact price. You always want to fade it. And I took a bunch of those micros off at 815. So even though 804 is the price, I took off at 815. Why? Because about 70% of the time, you are not going to get a move like this. Obviously, I did not know, here that this is going to happen. Um, Price is just going to come right back in your face. So at least this way you secure some profit. So I just waited, and once 815 broke again, what is the next price underneath? Well, I should say once 804 broke, the next price underneath is 715. So once again, I faded the 715 and I took more contracts off at 730. Um, then you see what they did here, right? Here is the 715. They broke through it and then came back. Look at the high of all these wicks over here, 715. So that's a very common thing, right? Break, come back to make sure, break, come back to make sure, and then they just broke. So from this point on, um, whatever I had still, I just held because I was weighing the money. Obviously, I was just kind of moving the stop down based on pivots, and the one price under that, under 715, is 572. So 572, which is right around here, this area here. So you see this kind of consolidation around the 572. At this point, I did not take anything off because I'm short from 841. So I have less than half a position um, left, but it's running now. And what am I looking for? I'm looking for this 491. I'm looking for the 491. Um, and at 491, I took off the rest of the position. Why? Because the area underneath that is 155. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible. Anything can happen. They could get to 155. It just seemed a bit long on the tooth for me. It just so obviously I left some money on the table because now they're trading at 426. Um, but at 491, I took off the rest of the position. So, trading with 12 micros, which only goes to show, and the whole point of this is to first show you how these price completions can contribute to a trade. So you kind of get an idea where price is going if one area is broken. Um, but also, you don't need to load up. You don't need to over leverage yourself to get some very good results. And obviously, this kind of move is not every day. If you get a move like this once or twice a month, it's great. But in this case, but the idea is you start, you take profits if you're doing small. If you're going small like micros, but you take a few of those micros, you start peeling off as price approaches completion areas, and then you take a chance because, like I said, the reason I peeled off quite a few at 815 is because 804 was an area, and I kind of expected almost for price then come right back up, but they didn't. So this way, you give yourself an opportunity to profit if a move continues lower. Again, this is extreme. Obviously, if you've been trading the Nasdaq, especially over the past month, this is not a usual move here. So I just wanted to share this again. I would not expect anyone to be able. It took me years to get to this point. So please, this is just what eventually the level you might be at eventually, not now. Right now, you're going for 5 points, and I'm actually very happy that a lot of you left this alone and did not trade it. You did not chase the market. You just said, you know what, I missed out. If you did not use something like the Blue Wave Precision Auto Trader, then there was really no way for you to get into a trade. But this is just what could happen in time as you begin to see how markets behave around certain prices. Let's take a look at oil. Oil was different. Oil actually gave you quite a few opportunities. So there was a buy at 77.87 or a short at 76.50. Sorry, 76.71. 76.71. So this looks a little off. 71 is here. Okay. So starting, early in the morning, but again, I don't expect anyone to be awake for this. So if you weren't awake for this, then US Open 9 a.m. here definitely gave you your 10 ticks a number of times. So if you missed one, there was another one and another one, and eventually, now another one. Um, if you went short, from 71 down to 55, so that's 10 ticks. That's more than 10 ticks. So you should have gotten your 10 ticks here, and then if you waited, then your stop would have been above the pivot at 77.20. If you used a pivot for a stop. If not, if you used the hard stop, then here, you might have stopped out, but then this should have given you back whatever you lost and still hit your profit. So oil was kind. Oil gave you a number of opportunities to get in, but the Nasdaq just ran away, and those are the breaks. So there was a question how if I'm going to continue post numbers into the holidays, as long as the following day is a full trading day, then yes. I will continue to post every evening. If it's like a half day, then I'm not going to, because I don't want anyone to get in a situation where there was not enough time, and then markets don't move much anyway. But obviously, use your judgment. We are approaching the holidays, so volume could drop. So keep all that in mind. But as far as posting numbers, I will continue to post numbers into the holiday season. So that's it for today. Please, again, leave comments. Even if you did not trade, I just need comments because, believe it or not, I am documenting everything because that's what would help me if this test run would result in what I'm hoping, I guess it would result in. So we'll see. Thank you, and another video tomorrow.